Whoever hops on, hops on. Okay, so PostMyParty. I feel like it's kind of a whole process starting out. And I'm really, really hoping that here soon, I'm supposed to have a meeting. I know I've told a few of you this. I'm supposed to have a meeting with the founder of PostMyParty. Her name's Corey. She's the one that created the program. Because I would like a few features. I don't know about you guys. I would love a few features to be a little more user-friendly, especially sharing templates instead of having to copy and paste every single post and do all the things. I really wish it was just a one-click option where you could literally have a template and then go through and edit it. So fingers crossed I get through to this gal. She's on vacation, I guess, and I'm supposed to talk to her when she gets back. So I'll keep you guys updated on that. So I'm going to go ahead and just share my screen real quick. Where's the right screen? There's. Can everybody see this? Head nods? Yes? Perfect. Okay. So first off, I'm going to go over initially how to save a template. I know most of you probably already know how to do this, but in case somebody is brand new and rewatching this, I'm going to go ahead and just do probably the fall launch one because it's super short. So if you have a template on here that you are wanting to share with a team member, one, the team member has to have an account with PostMyParty. Two, the easiest way to do it is to come up here. I'll just do this. So originally, if you don't have it shareable through a link, this is what it will look like. As soon as you click this, it says enable this template to be shared through a link, update. It gives you a link that you can share. So for time's sake, just say I copied and pasted this into somebody's message and they put it into a browser. This is what is going to show up. It's going to say start import process. Now this is what I'm hoping to change some minds over at PostMyParty. When you start the import process, you literally have to copy everything from the gray box, copy it, and paste it into the open white box. You can edit it to your own liking just like this, but I strongly recommend just copying and pasting as quickly as possible because in the end, you're gonna have to edit the picture anyway, and for some reason, you're not able to edit that during the import process. So you'll copy, paste, click next. Let me get to one that has a link. So here, if you have a link, you are gonna wanna copy the link, paste it into the box below where it says link URL, and then you will copy all of the stuff in the gray box and put it down here. Now, most of you who are on the call already know how to do all this. Vicki, have you done this? Have you done anything on PostMyParty? No? Okay, well then I will go through the process just for you. So this is just my short reveal template that I have that I'm doing. Most of you already know I'm doing this for past hosts this week. If you are still wanting to do that, there is still time. I'm starting all of this posting tomorrow. So reach out to some past hosts tonight and get some parties booked for this weekend. It's literally just like a, gosh, what is it? Like I say it's a one-day party, but I post, I don't know what I'm doing. Trying to multitask, guys. Oh, it's been a day. Okay, so I post Friday, a few posts, Saturday all day, and then Sunday is just wrap up, telling everybody, okay, today's the day, you have access to all the new products, go ahead, shop, and that's that. Okay, so Vicki, do you get the gist of copy, paste, copy, paste? Okay, I'm just gonna go through here and click next then, for time's sake. So you would copy and paste all of these into the new box. Now, if this is a normal template, you guys, that I'm sharing with you, there will be roughly 50 to 60 posts that you are copying and pasting. I apologize, but that is what my successful template looks like, and hopefully that will be a successful template for you all too. So once you have completely saved it, up here it'll say whatever I've labeled it, and then it'll say shared. You can go ahead and update the title to whatever you would like, and then you can come in here and click the I almost said blue, they're green boxes with the pencil marks on them. This is where you can come in and you can edit any of the words. You can edit the photo where you can just delete it or change it. When you click change, there will be a little box that you click, and you can import whatever photos you'd like, preferably authentic ones, and changing to be your own. Hint, hint. And then here is the big thing. As soon as you edit it, you have to come down and click the update button, you guys. If you do not click update and you click next and keep going, you will do like I did on my very first template, and I edited an entire template. It took me probably an hour because I was brand new, didn't know what I was doing, and nothing saved, you guys. Not a thing saved. So make sure you're clicking update after you edit everything. So does that, Vicki, since you're like the brand new one, does that help with saving just the initial template that's shared? Perfect. Okay, so a few other things that I wanted to show you guys as far as PostMyParty. When you are brand new, you will want to come over here to the little spot that says account and go to Facebook settings. Yours will say link Facebook. Mine says unlink because I already have mine linked up. So you'll want to link your Facebook. And this is important because, as you all know, in our groups on Facebook, we already have to go to edit group options and add PostMyParty as an app. So this makes it to where it will have access to your party. So when you're going to set up a party, you'll be able to pull up all your, I'll show you that in just a second. I actually left open one of my fall reveals that I have to set up. So real quick, I'll come do that. So to set up a party, off to the left, you'll see, if you're on a phone, you can do this as well, but you have to be on a web browser. So like if you open, I don't know what kind of phones you guys have. I just open a web browser, go to Google, type in PostMyParty. I have it saved on my favorites, so I just click on it and it'll pop up. But it will look very similar to this because it's a desktop version. I don't think there's an app on our phones, if I'm correct. I just always use the web browser. So you'll go to parties and you can click schedule new. I'll let my computer load. Okay, so this is what will show up. When you choose your template, you guys, I have tons of templates. So I'm just gonna go to fall reveal because that is what I am doing. I have one left that I have to link up. When we're doing it, you will see the spot that says business page group. Everybody should be running their parties through their business page. If you are not, we need to have a discussion because you are going to be put in Facebook jail if you are running your parties through your personal page. Make sure when you guys are running parties, everything is done through your business page, even when you're commenting and interacting. Everything should be interacting as your business page. People are still getting locked out of Facebook. We have a couple consultants on our team who have recently had this happen. So make sure you guys are doing everything from your business page so that we don't get shut down because it's not fun and it's very discouraging. So you'll click business page group. And when that pops up, it'll say choose group. Now it will show you all of the parties that you have attached through your business page. So you just need to come down and find them. This is the one I need to set up. So right now I'm setting up charities VIP fall product reveal. And it'll say Pampered Chef with Danny Callentine just because it's a business page group. I'm starting it tomorrow. So whatever day the start date is of the template, which most of my templates have anywhere from like 1 to 3 days of pre-party. So even if your party starts on Facebook on Wednesday, whatever the first day of the template is, just say day 1 is a Sunday. You have to schedule it starting on that Sunday. That's very important. And then this gal is in the time zone that I am in. And then when I'm also sharing templates, you guys, you will see spots on the template that have in brackets, either it'll say host or it'll say link. And you want to keep those in the template. Don't edit them because the template is reusable basically. So every time you come to set up a party, say you have 5 parties in 1 week, you can come in and change the host's name. So like my host's name is Charity. I'll just do that. And then her link, you have to type it out, the HTTP. It's slightly frustrating, but that's how you have to do it. You type in their shopping link under the link section as I'm multitasking. Okay. So that's where their shopping link will go. So host name and then shopping link under link. And then you click create. Now, if you have multiple parties running in 1 week and you set them all up at the same time, you will see posts that are highlighted and it'll say duplicated. That is because it is showing the same post posting at the same time. I'll be honest, I don't know why it's just those 2 that are highlighted, because this entire template is running at the same time as another one that I've set up. So if you scroll all the way to the bottom, there's this spot that says adjust posts. You will go in here and hang tight. I have all of mine set up and telling me how far apart I'm supposed to set them. So you can change the time down below on how far apart you want your scheduled posts. So I have 10 of these going, so starting tomorrow, I have to make sure that not all 10 of them are posting at the same time, because then Facebook will flag you and basically be like, you are a robot and we don't want you to be spamming people. Hang tight. I'm super specific on how far apart I have these set. So you can update it. So say you want a post posting 47 minutes after a certain post. It's a random number, I know you guys, but I have 10 of them, so I have to scatter them. You can come in here and do plus 30 and then plus 15 and then plus 1 and plus 1, because that's 47, and I hope we all know how to do basic math. So that is how you adjust it. Just make sure you hit update. When you click on one and you update it, it will automatically pop up to say no adjustment because it's already updated. And the way you can check that is go up over here to the posts and you will see that I set it 47 or an hour and 2 minutes or however many I set it for. And it will show you what time it's supposed to post. Now, if you go back to your parties list, you will now see none of them are highlighted. So I know that none of them are going to run over each other and none of them have repeat posts at the same time and all of that. We just really want to make sure that we schedule them as far apart as possible so that we don't get flagged. Especially, you guys, I'll be honest, I'm a little nervous because I have 3 parties going this week, 1 canceled. I have 3 parties going this week on top of these 10 reveals starting tomorrow, which means I will have 13 templates running at the same time. I'm a little nervous because of Facebook jail. I know I'm on my business page, but we'll see what happens. But I have them roughly scheduled, let's see, I think they're roughly scheduled every like 15 to 20 minutes apart. And then of course I have East Coast times and all of that, so that helps. So I don't have so many, but most of mine are obviously like Pacific Standard Time, so that's slightly concerning. But there's that. Does that make sense on how to set up a party and schedule the layer? Yes. Yes. Sam, you're muted. Hold on.
Oh.
There you go. I'm muted.
Because I was eating. Oh my God.
Okay, what were you saying?
So, how do you keep up with answering their questions when you have this many parties going? Because I know my phone goes off and then I'm missing people's like questions.
So when you're checking your notifications, are you making sure that you're going through and checking them one by one?
maybe not as well as I should, I guess.
So what I do is,
because I'll go on there and I'll see one person commented an hour ago, but then I see, like Susie who just commented, and then I'm responding to both of them. Like I didn't notice that the other person had commented and asked a question.
so that's where I think I've just gotten in the habit of like looking at, like if I click on something, just because I know that I've gone a certain amount of time, that I should probably look at the post and see who's commented before,
Right.
and who I've responded to. Because I used to, and I do not recommend this, if you're able to check your notifications every time one comes in, don't do it. You will get into such a habit of just being on your phone 24/7. And I struggled with that when I first started. And it becomes, I wouldn't say overwhelming, but it almost becomes your entire life. And us with kids, we're like, no, I need to have like that separation, because we need to have us time, we need to have work time, we need to have kid time, all the things. So try and set aside like a specific time of the day, or if you put the kids down to bed or a nap time or something, just set that 5 to 10 minutes aside to be like, okay, I need to check in on my parties, and go respond to all the notifications. As you guys will notice, I've started doing that with messages, because my phone blows up all day long. So I apologize if your guys' messages are like super duper important. If that is the case, somebody can go into our team pages or something. Some of you have my cell phone number. I might just put my cell phone number in the team page if you guys promise not to abuse the privilege. If it's a super duper important question, like needs attention right off the bat, text me. I rarely ever get texts. So if I get a text, I'll know it's important. But Facebook Messenger for me is also like a notification thing. I will set aside a certain time of day, or I'll be like, okay, it's been an hour or two and my phone's been blown off the hook. I'll go back and I'll check my messages. But things like that can become distracting and time consuming, because if you have a message and you're checking it and then you're off on some sidetrack thing, like there's other things that you want to focus on and then focus on the next. So it's all time management, which is another training that we have done, and we will do another one in the future. Did I answer your question in a roundabout?
Yeah. You guys should do another meeting or like another.
Yes, there will be another meeting on time management, I promise. Okay, so basic party setup. Everybody A-okay on that one?
I think so.
Okay. So I want to show some other features of PostMyParty. So one, PostMyParty is great because if you're scheduling manually or just posting manually in Facebook, like this is already a time saver for you, especially if you're doing 40 to 50 to 60 posts each party like I do. Like this is a time saver. It takes less than 5 minutes to set up your party, and it's good to go for the rest of the week. So one thing I want to show you guys. So there's this thing called Quick Post. If you have something that you're like, okay, I want to schedule this and I want to use PostMyParty. Granted, we have Facebook Scheduler. If you guys have one random post that you're like, I want to schedule this, you'll probably just go do it in Facebook. However, if you have one post that you're like, I need to add it to a bunch of different things or parties, this could be beneficial. So Quick Post, it gives you the ability to just create a post real quick. You can choose whatever business page, group, yada, yada. Same deal as the general template, but this is just posting on a certain day, certain time, certain party type thing. I personally never use this. If I have a post that I'm like, oh, I really should add that in, I just either go and add it to my template, or I just go and schedule it with Facebook, which is a whole other training as well on Facebook. Let's see, post library. This is where I'm pretty sure my sister showed me. Jen, you're on the call. I'm pretty sure Jen showed me this. I'm unmuting you, Jen. Weren't you the one that showed me how to like save posts in the post library so it was easier to create templates later?
Yeah, so like I'll just go through templates that I have saved from, and I'll just pick posts and I'll put them all in the library, and then they're really easy to add to a new template.
So over here off to the left, you guys will see in my post library, I've got little sections. I've got booking posts, I've got content, I've got posts that create engagement, games, last day, pre-party, all the things. I don't usually use these very often, but sometimes I'll be creating a template and I'm like, oh, I remember I used to use this one post and I kind of want to try it again, but I don't want to have to go find it in all of my other templates. Just know that if you have a post like that and you want to save it, you can save it in a folder into a library post, which why are they not pulling up? I think my internet's running super slow again, guys. Give it a minute. Okay. What?
So the one thing I love that feature for is because then I can save like posts that I really like and products that I really like, you know, and switch them out with things that may not be my favorites.
Yes. So yeah, and that is super helpful when we're all sharing templates. And it also helps to also create like the authentic, unique type deal, because say you have a post that I shared with you one month and you're like, you know, I might save that for next month. That's great, because then you'll have to edit less of the photo, because 10 to 1, I'm not going to be using the same photo, the same everything the next month. So you can save that post under whatever, you can create your own post library. You can create whatever you want. So that's an easy way. And then to put that or even add that to another template, you can come here. If you click this little box up to the right, you can add it to an existing template. You can add it to a new template. If you want to start a new template, you just insert whatever day you want it to go in, the hour, just like you would if you were creating a new post.
Mom,
Hold on.
don't forget to go to the boat.
No, it's almost dark out. Oh my God. Hold
But
on, you guys.
my mama say yes. And mama say I can go somewhere.
Okay, not now. Mommy's on a meeting. Go.
Okay.
Goodbye. I couldn't find my mute button, guys. Okay. So yeah. So you can find the time, the date, all of that. You can edit it right down here with that little green button too. Does that make sense to you guys? It might take a little bit if you guys do get to that point where you want to save stuff. It might just take a little bit of a learning curve to figure out all the buttons that you have to press to get it into a new template. Jen, is there anything else on that you wanted to add, or do you think that's good?
I think that's pretty good. I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
Okay, hold on one second while I go tell my children something. Okay, real life, guys, real life. Okay, so does anybody have any general questions about all of that? Is that super helpful, like showing you guys the lowdown of everything on here? Also, if you go to the dashboard, you guys, they have all of these as training videos. Like, I don't think I've ever used this one, how to create and use an album. That could probably be beneficial. I don't think I've ever used that. How to use the post library. It says all about the shared templates. So it's not just us showing you guys how to use it. You guys can also tell your team, like, there are videos in here, the trials, or the, what am I trying to say? The recorded videos that they have for us. My brain is fried today, guys. I believe the replacement tokens are the little bracketed links that we can use, the host, the link. And then before, I had one that said text, and that's where the Google Forms come in. So raise your hand. I know there's only a few of us on camera. Raise your hand if you are using Google Forms. Okay, I know Jen is. Okay, Vicky. This is what I do on Thursday. So if you guys are probably all familiar with the Thursday raffle because at one point or another, you guys were probably a host for me or a host for someone else who probably also uses Google Forms. So if you go to just Google and then type in Google Forms, you will come up with, let me just go to that, Google Forms. You can create like survey type things and you can be the one to ask all the questions. So if you go to create a brand new one, here's what it will look like. This is what mine looks like. And I can share this so that you guys have a reference as to what I ask. At our, I think it was, wasn't it bookings training with my friend Jenny? She also shared what her survey form looks like, which I'm going to start using a few of her things. So just use whatever you're comfortable with. But the great thing about Google Forms is this. I do a raffle with it. Anybody who fills out this Thursday raffle form will be entered to win a prize. At the end of the day, I will announce the winner. I randomly pick them, you guys. I don't actually put them in a raffle thing. I just pick someone. But don't tell your guests that. if you use a raffle form, great. Anyway, so I ask their name, who their host is, because before you guys, I was doing one of these for every single host, and I'm like, this is a waste of my time. So just put in name of your host. That way you can click through the responses and go from there as to who's at whose parties. I ask for their email, their phone number. The reason I ask for their email is you can use this raffle form to put their email into your back office, your consultant's corner under your contacts, and you can start sending them the home office marketing emails. They have the option to unsubscribe, so don't feel bad like randomly adding people. I've only ever had one person be like, how did you get my email and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, you entered my raffle form. But anyway, that will rarely ever happen. And I also ask for the phone number just because when you input somebody in your contacts, I believe you have to have a phone number. You may or may not, but it's also helpful to be able to contact someone if, say they said they wanted to order, but they haven't ordered and they're not responding to a message on Facebook, say they aren't even seen it, you could send them a quick text and just be like, hey, this is Danny, the Pampered Chef gal. I know you said you wanted to place an order before we wrapped up the party. I just wanted to know if you were still interested in that. We can go ahead and hold the link open a little bit longer if you'd like to place your order. So that's helpful. And then I also do what they're interested in. And if your host joined Pampered Chef, would you be willing to host a party to help them kickstart their business? Yes, no, maybe. Are you planning to place an order? We don't want to leave anyone behind before we close out the party. All of these I make required. So when you come in to create a Google form, you can title your form whatever you want it to be, whether you're doing like a Thursday raffle or just say you're doing a random raffle, maybe it's the end of the party raffle, wherever you want to do this survey, plug it into your party somehow. It doesn't have to be exactly how I do it. Just figure out a way to do it because it's super helpful. And then you click down here, you can put in, just say you want the person's email. Let's do email. So you type email, it automatically changes this to short answer. It will basically know anything that you want. If you're doing a multiple choice, say you put the question here that's a multiple choice, it will most likely change it to multiple choice on its own. If not, just go over to this little sidebar and change it to whatever you want it to be. Down here, I make it required. If you don't want to make it required, you don't have to, but it is super helpful. And then when you're done with that one, you come over here. Granted, it does look a little bit different on a phone, you guys. So I believe on a phone, the plus button's on the bottom of the screen. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've created one of these. So you click add, and then the next one, just say phone number. It'll also change it to short answer. So Does everybody kind of get the gist of that, where you just add, make it required, plus you can also change the photo up top, I believe here. Sorry, I have to move you guys to the other side. Okay, so if you click this little like palette, the color palette thing that, I don't know, it's like a painter's palette or something. You can choose the image, just download, I think I downloaded it. Are you laughing at me, Jen? You can choose an image. I just probably would pick like a cover photo from Pampered Chef, whatever you guys want to put up there, it doesn't matter. That. And I think that is the gist. And then when you go to put it in, it's going to be in a link form. So on a phone, it looks like a little paper airplane. On a computer, it'll say send, but it'll be up in the top right-hand corner of wherever you're at. I click this little paperclip button in the middle of the screen, and it'll give you a link in the middle. I always shorten it just because it looks better. And then you copy and you put it directly into your party, and now it'll show up. People can click this link. They can click the link, and then it will take them straight to something that looks like this. It'll look a little different because this is mine. So this is how you go in. And then when you go back to check the responses will not be emailed to you. If that's even an option, I don't know how to do it yet. It very well could be an option that you get an email notification every time someone fills it out. But I just go back to it Thursday evening. I go in, I check it all, and then I put it into my Google Sheets that I'm sure all of you have seen, but I will show you real quick. My Google tracker for my hosts. So I have all these in here. We'll just go to this one. So tonight, only 2 people filled out the Google form, but I have the spot in my tracker to keep track of all of these people who have filled it out. That way it's easy for me to just come over here and be like, okay, I'm gonna choose this person. And the reason I chose this person to win was because the other person who filled it out had already won 2 games, so I just made it fair and gave this other person a free gift. Now, everyone knows when you are doing the business page for, let's see, for PostMyParty, you have to add the app into your party to every group. No. So to do this, you either, once again, have to be on a desktop, or you have to search the Facebook desktop version in Google or whatever web browser you have on your phone. You cannot do it through the Facebook app. It has to be through a web browser. So if you're in here, just say this person, I've already attached it, but if you're in the party and you go to edit group settings, it will be in here down below. You'll see a spot. This is already attached, but it'll just say add apps. You click on add apps, search for PostMyParty, attach it to that. And now when you schedule the posting in PostMyParty, it will post here. If you do not have this added to your party in a group, it will not post. So there's that. I feel like I've been talking for a really long time. Does anybody have any questions on anything PostMyParty? Was this helpful for people who are new to it, or maybe people who are going to be new to it? This will be a great resource for them to reach back out to. Yes. I'm looking at the people who have their camera on, which is Jen and Vicky. Okay.
Can I add something?
Yes, go ahead.
I missed half the party because I used the wrong Zoom link.
With Google Forms, I highly recommend it because I didn't do it for like the first 6 months I was in the business. And it's helped me book parties to people I would have probably not reached out to. So it's definitely worth the time to make it. I'm regretting not doing it sooner.
I told you.
No.
Does anybody else have any questions? It doesn't even have to be about any of the training tonight. If there's any other questions of any sorts, we're here, and I still have like 20 minutes that I had kind of scheduled.
Okay, Danny, I just am wanting to make sure I do this right. So I have my editing done
Mm-hmm.
on PostMyParty. What do I do next?
So do you have your
For the
Facebook?
party?
You have your Facebook linked with your PostMyParty?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Do you have the Facebook party set up in Facebook?
Yes.
Perfect. So you can go into, let me share my screen real quick. So when you are ready to schedule a party, go into PostMyParty and click the button that says schedule a party, or you can go off to the side where it says parties and then schedule new. Your choice. And then this screen will pop up. So this is where at the beginning I showed everybody where you choose the template, which you would probably only have one template on there, which is the one I just sent you.
Right.
And then you'll go and you created the party through your business page.
Yes.
And it's a group.
Yes.
Perfect. So you click business page group, and then you click on choose group, choose whatever party group it is, whatever date it's starting on. Like, so what party date is your party for?
I'm doing it next week. So the party is actually, what do we do? Wednesday through Saturday. So I'm supposed do I start my posting on this Saturday? I think we talked about that because it says 8 days on, there's 8 days of posting on that one template.
It'll be Sunday. Yeah. So it'll start
Sunday through Sunday?
Yeah,
Okay.
Sunday through Sunday.
Okay.
And then you click the time zone, which I always just do Pacific Standard Time.
Pacific.
And then I adjust the time for whatever time zone. I'm weird. I could literally put it under their own time zone if they're like Mountain or Central or Eastern, but I don't. I put it under Pacific and then just adjust the time. And then make sure you put your host's name there and then their shopping link. And then you just click create and you're good to go.
Okay.
And then it will start posting for you on the day it's supposed to post.
I hope.
Well, if it doesn't, we'll fix it. It'll be an easy fix.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Is there anyone else that has any other questions? Yay, I see so many more faces. Anyone? No other questions? Nothing? Nada? You guys are a lively bunch tonight, I tell you. All right. Well, if you guys have any other questions, shoot me a message. I'll get to them as soon as I can. Vicki, I have a lot of work to do. Thanks. You are very welcome. I'm telling you guys, this PostMyParty is a lifesaver, especially if you plan to boost your schedule to do more than one party a week. Even if you're just doing one party a week, this is going to relieve you of so much time that you spend just getting the posting done. I know people who manually post and they literally set timers in their phones to just like stop what they're doing in the day and go and post. And I'm like, I do not want to do that. And if you guys are having issues with Facebook, if you guys are being put in jail, like send me a text or a message immediately because I need to know why. So if you get put in jail for some weird reason, which we all shouldn't, because if we're using our business pages, I don't see why we should. But there will be like that off chance. Just be very aware that if you guys are part of any other Facebook groups, like sales sites or like community sites where you guys sell stuff occasionally, just be aware that that could be one of the things that could potentially land you in Facebook jail. Just because of how weird everything is, and we're running our businesses from our phones and from Facebook. I honestly, I'm still trying to wrap my head around all of the things, but anything and everything is helpful as far as letting us know what you guys are doing. So if you do get put in Facebook jail and I start like just giving you the third degree, like, well, what are you doing this? What are you part of this? Like, just know that I'm trying to get to the bottom of it and help you guys out. But yeah, if that is no more questions, then I think I will let you guys go, and I'm gonna go put my kids to bed so I can go to bed. Okay, well, I will talk to you guys later, and message me if you guys have any more questions. And I'll get this uploaded as soon as possible so that we can start tagging our team members and let everybody else watch it. So have a good night.
Thank you, Dan. You too. Bye.